appeared quite, shall we say, happy, smiling, although she was leaning on that stick. Clearly something has happened in the interim.
She did. There was a couple of photographs released. It was the first time we'd actually seen her since July. Like you said, she seemed very engaged and very smiling, but she was using the walking stick. But there was no reason then, just a couple of days ago, to suggest that there was anything untoward happening with Her Majesty's health. And as it would appear, it has deteriorated quite suddenly, considering a vast majority of her close family members are making a roughly 500-mile trip from the southeast of England.
Including, we're told now, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Up to Scotland, yes. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were due, actually, this afternoon, this evening, to be at the Wellchild Awards, one of Prince Harry's patronages, but clearly, I would guess, that has now been cancelled since they have decided to leave Windsor and travel up to Scotland to be with Prince Harry's grandmother.
That's significant, because we have read a lot about the rifts that have gone on between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royal family. It's significant that they're travelling there as we speak.
Yes, but the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have always, throughout their rifts with the royal family, always maintained their respects for Her Majesty the Queen. They have always been praising her and not necessarily criticising her as a person, but Her Majesty is head of the firm. She is the Queen. So anything that they criticise about the rest of the royal family clearly has an implication or to impact on her as well.
And it's his grandmother. I mean,
yeah.
they've, despite all the difficulties, of course, had a very close personal relationship. We know that she was extremely proud of his service in Afghanistan, where he served for the Crown, and well, let's not beat about the bush, put his life on the line on occasion.
He did. He served two tours of Afghanistan, the first of which he had to be pulled out quickly because a foreign media organisation published, kind of ignoring the embargo, that he was indeed in Afghanistan fighting for his country. And as the grandson of the Queen, that's clearly putting him in more danger.
Just to reflect for people joining us, the news that we've had from this official statement that the Queen is under medical supervision at Balmoral. Her doctors concerned for her health after a further evaluation this morning. The Queen does remain comfortable and is remaining at Balmoral, so she's not actually being transferred up to hospital as far as we know. But clearly the fact that these family members are gathering so quickly indicates that there is something that's gone on here.
Yes, the Queen has some of the best medical care in the world, quite frankly. She has doctors on call 24/7 within the royal household. So something which would ordinarily make a 96-year-old, I would suggest, have to go to hospital wouldn't necessarily mean Her Majesty the Queen would have to go to hospital herself. However, she clearly has visited hospital in the past, but as far as we are aware, she remains at Balmoral Castle.
Yeah, and there was some controversy, in fact, when she went for medical treatment, and we weren't told about it.
Yes, so last October, she was experiencing some discomfort with her movements, and she secretly spent a night in hospital. And from my recollection, the palace only confirms that she had spent a night in hospital, A, after she had returned to Windsor Castle, but B, after, I think it was the Sun newspaper who had broken the story that she was indeed in hospital, which got a lot of criticism from the men in suits, as it were, the royal household, the press team, for not being open and transparent about our head of state. But on the other hand, you have to remember any glimpse or update on Her Majesty's health automatically creates this sensation, so they probably just didn't want to kick up a media storm.
Which is why it's unusual for us to get the sort of statement that was issued by Buckingham Palace today at 12:32.